it is important that we keep our eyes on the emerging trends to help us project growth and also to determine our growth plan. Now, here at the Africa Mice Hub, we constantly look at the research and the reports that are out there, including our own, to help us understand the meetings industry and to help us define our work, this year and beyond. So we want to share with you some of the emerging trends. If you're a meeting planner or you just, recently have joined the industry, it's important to check at where is the industry going, what are, the trends, and this helps you define the path that your business is going to take, or also begin to build infrastructure to become the meeting planner of the future, not just of the present. So a key trend is smaller meetings. We have projected over the past few years the meetings were going to get smaller. There's a report done, is a 2024 State of the Meetings Industry report by Noland. This particular report projects, it actually revealed that in 2023, meetings became about 50% smaller. Maybe let me put it in a better way, that about 50% of meetings in 2023 tended to be smaller. Smaller meetings here, we are talking about less than 100 attendees. Statistics suggest that the average meeting attendance 2024 going into the future will be around there, much, 100 or, less. We are talking about conference numbers, being lower. We would have large numbers in terms of conferences. We have noticed in conferencing as well that number getting smaller. In average, meetings are getting smaller. They may be more dynamic in nature. You have, of course, hybrid meetings. You have less number of people in the room and more out of the room. Your meetings may be taking longer, an increase from 2 days. We have noticed as a company, meetings moving to 4 or 5 days, but the numbers are tending to be smaller. This is an important trend, even for those that invest in infrastructure for the meetings industry, an important trend for hotels as well to look into. But for us meeting planners, is just to know that as we're booking meetings, we're likely to have, smaller numbers. The other thing that is an important trend is secondary locations. This is important because in previous years you had meetings being hosted in what we would call flagship venues, your hotels and all that. But we've seen the rise of secondary locations. So you have over Noland again in their report, their projections report cited about 53% of meeting planners choosing a secondary location, not in what we were used to, like maybe capital cities or in major cities. We now have meetings moving to less expensive experiences. You have meetings moving to non-traditional venues. And it's important for us meeting planners to bear that in mind. Another trend to look out for is, of course, the rise in artificial intelligence. We now have AI being deployed in virtually every component of the meeting planning process. So more meeting planners are deploying artificial intelligence. So there is now need to upskill the existing workforce, more need to research more tools that we can use to allow us collect data at events, to allow us to be more efficient in the way we plan and in the way we execute meetings. Another trend that we have noticed, of course, is rise of costs, and this is predominantly like for hotel rooms. What you would have spent in hosting a meeting 2-3 years ago, that cost has significantly gone higher. But what is now happening is that venues and hotels are developing packages to attract and to retain meetings in their venues. And this is important for those in in the hotel industry, those that host meetings, to think about more innovative ways of attracting and retaining business travelers, um, more innovative ways of booking more meetings, helping planners stay connected with you, even as we seek to find ways to cut costs. We are aware, of course, the rising cost of running these facilities. But an important thought for hotels and venues is come up with packages that allow you to hold the meetings longer, retain those clients, and maybe keep them longer. An important, and maybe still on that point, just to highlight, one of the ways that hotels are leveraging on this information is create packages that move from, of course, airport transfers to the meeting, and then post-meeting and post-conference excursions. So we see more venues creating packages that allow a more comprehensive experience within the hotel or within your venue, so that then customers don't need to do, piecemeal sort of arrangements within the course of their meeting. And another critical trend for meeting planners to be aware of is, of course, the use of more experiential and transformative spaces. We have entered in the last few years the era of unconferencing, the era of being more oriented towards creating experiences rather than just planning a meeting. So going beyond conference planning or meeting planning to become industry professionals who curate experiences for our guests. So that means that we need to be more innovative. Business travelers want to go beyond just sitting in a meeting room. They want to go beyond, PowerPoint slides and, content on the screen. They want to experience the destinations. So we have more meeting planners looking for venues that are more experiential and not just, four walls and a screen. And this is a challenge to those that invest, in the hotels and in meeting venues, to provide more experiential and transformative spaces. Another key thing that, I just want to throw in there, a trend is definitely moving to, sustainable meetings. And here at Zuri Events, we've spoken about the issue of sustainability as a key trend since way back in 2018. It's important that we're thinking about, the use of materials, sustainable materials, how we can be efficient in the use of energy, how we can reduce the impact on, footprint, carbon footprint, and how we can help our clients host more sustainable meetings. So those are the key trends. If you can think of any other key trends, please feel free to just put it in the chat.